I'm Alex Mahadavan, here with The Observer on the steps of Selby Public Library, where Sarasota residents have braved the inclement weather to protest U.S. military involvement in Syria. It continues to drizzle, but it hasn't dampened their spirits.
In favor of a U.S. strike against Syria, Senate Majority Leader Harry Reid on Monday called for lawmakers to support military action and scheduled the first vote on an authorization resolution for Wednesday, September 11th. No. The evidence of the Assad regime using outlawed nerve agents against its own citizens is clear and very convincing, the Nevada Democrat said from the Senate floor. The procedural vote on the Syria resolution will notably occur on the 12th anniversary of the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history, when more than 3,000 people were killed in New York, Virginia, and Pennsylvania by Islamic extremists on September 11, 2001.
This is so important. I know, I hated the Iraq War. I hate our soldiers being with their arms and legs missing. But we can't have chemical weapons out there. They'll sell them, they'll use them. If we let them get away with this here, it'll come back and bite us.
We're hearing a lot of emotion in this. And from what I'm hearing from our own president, the only reason we're going to war is somehow connected with pride. They always talk about it being small. It always escalates into something that's out of control. In my lifetime, that has been the pattern. We have no vested interest in Syria. They are not our friends. They are not our enemies. They have no means to destroy us, no means to even strike us.
Why are we letting this guy get away with this? He's killing people, and it's not just his people he'll kill. It will get into the hands of everybody that's out there that wants to do harm to the United States. We have to send them a message.
So if you got 30 seconds in a room with Vern Buchanan, who has said that he will not support any military action, what would you say to change his mind?
Remember, Congress is always running. They're always running for re-election. They're going to listen to not what's right, wrong, good, or bad, so if they're going to get in. And so, I don't know. I just want the American people, though, not to jump on a big bandwagon because we were wrong in Iraq. We're weary of war. But we can't let them get away with those weapons.
I migrated to this country during the Vietnam War, and things have changed a lot. Now we spend a lot of money, not only money, but we haven't been talking about the lives, our children that went to war and were killed, and they are now disabled. Millions of casualties in these wars, and this has to stop.
I think we need to work with the world, with other people. If we go in unilaterally, number one, we can't afford it. How are we going to continue to go in debt over war? And number two, lives will be lost. And number three, we'll kill civilians over there. Don't kid ourselves. We've used chemical weapons in Vietnam, napalm and Agent Orange. And some people say, well, that's different. But no, we killed civilians too. That's got to soften our voices and humble us in the world.
We have been shortchanged in every way, and there's no problem spending $1 billion to bomb a country that is not threatening us. It's disgraceful.
Instead of pushing military intervention, listen and continue to dialogue. Like today, Russia started to say, let's try to have monitoring of the chemical weapons. There's a dialogue starting. Instead of military intervention, we're starting to listen. But no, to say we're going to send a message, I think that's such a childish way.
The way we stopped the Vietnam War was to get enough Congress people to vote against the money.
It will cost us money, it will make us enemies, it will make our enemies stronger. That's what we did in Iraq, that's what we will do in Syria. So we can talk about peace, but we can talk what's good for America, what's best for our national security. And making our enemies stronger is not what is best for America. It's that doggone simple. That's why Vern Buchanan is opposed to this war. That's why most of us should be as well. Not just for peace, but for what's secure, what's best for America.
Well, the rain let up and the candlelight vigil went off as planned. We heard a lot of emotional commentary from both sides of the issue, but now we want to hear from you. Sound off in the comments below. I'm Alex Mahadavan with The Observer.